I had one hell of a year. 2016 was probably the best year I've ever had for fishing. That is, I'm not talking about for everything else, but I caught a ton of new species. I broke a ton of new personal bests. I met a lot of awesome people, some awesome friends. And you know what? I'm sure 2017 to be better. My YouTube channel has been a ton of fun to go out there on the water and edit videos. And it's, I've never fished as much as I have been recently because of my YouTube channel. And it's just, so much fun to do it. So in the end, I decided I would do an audio recording of, just kind of talking about really why these 10 catches made it to this list. And this first one was amazing because I had never really caught pike in New Jersey. I never caught one at all, actually. And they've just been my favorite species to catch for like the last 5 years. There's nothing else I would rather catch than pike. So I said, you know what, I'm taking my friend Reed out. We're going to go try this river that has them. Doesn't have a lot of them, I don't think. But, we're just going to go try it. It's only 15 minutes from my house. And we caught a really good amount of pike. Like, it was just so much fun to be able to have this spot. It was really special too to have the spot so close to our house. So you're definitely going to see a lot more of these videos in the future. Reed caught about a 27-inch pike. It was a little thin, but it was actually a hybrid between a pickerel and a pike, which was absolutely gorgeous fish. It was amazing. And then I caught a really big, chunky 20-incher. It just really made the day because I was struggling a lot. But if you guys want, I will do a lot more pike videos because there's literally nothing like pike. They are just so much fun to catch. Big pike! Big pike! Oh! Big old pike! Holy! Holy! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Look at this! Holy! Bro! I'm not recording. Yes, I'm recording. Oh, let's get it, baby! Oh my god! For number 9, I put my personal best, New Jersey bass, a 6-pound spawning female. It was my first bass that I really caught off its bed, sight fishing for a bass, and I just watched it inhale my biospawn. This private lake was really, really good. I fished it 2 days before. The real target was pickerel, but I was seeing these bass and like, I don't know, come back 2 days later. But I did not expect to catch one that big. It was so awesome. And I actually caught some other species too. I caught some really big crappie, caught a little pickerel. It's just a really good lake, and I'm sure I'll be back there pretty soon. Giant. For my 8th best moment of 2016, I chose my first day in Florida when I was there in March. I was going to go in February, but my flight got canceled due to a tornado warning. So we went in March, and I had an awesome time. I spent 3 days there. The second day I didn't post anything about, but the first day, I think I got like 3 videos out of that one day. I caught some amazing, beautiful snakeheads, which I also caught the most amazing snakehead attack. It was unbelievable. I caught my first ever snakehead a little bit before that. I caught some tilapias, some cichlids, and I lost a rod to a giant mystery fish. I'm just going to let you watch the clips here.
Got him, Dad, got him. Native. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, it's a huge tilapia! Oh my god, look at that thing! He inhaled that!
I've been fishing New Jersey for a really long time, and I can't remember a lake where I caught, and my friends caught, so many 4 to 5 pound bass. They were all so fat and healthy. It was just a crazy pre-spawn April that I had last year. And you know, to have a place like that in my area, like a decent drive, not that far at all, was amazing. And I could only catch the fish at that spot in April, and I tried so many times. So those 2 to 3, I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks there, where we caught those big bass on the weekends, was just something I probably will never forget for such a long time. And my first bass I caught was on like 4 or 6 pound test. I was using a trout setup with a little rattle trap. You know, I can't wait. Hopefully the bite will be like that next year.
Short and stocky.
The story behind number 6 is actually a really funny one. So my friend Reed calls me up. We had just spent like 2 weeks in Canada catching pike and walleye, and he calls me up and he's like, "Bro, let's go to Maine." And I'm like, "Oh, bro, you gotta be kidding me! This is gonna be awesome." And so we're so hyped to come here, and we're catching some giant bass like every day, 4 and 5 pound bass. But this one day, I think it was the second to last day, Reed's first ever fish with a bait caster is a 6.5 pound giant. It was unbelievable. He didn't really catch a fish like that all trip, and he really wasn't much of a fisherman before this year anyway. So it was so amazing to see that, and you know, he was so happy. You can't blame him. To catch that fish is unbelievable, and you know, he's probably gonna want to fish for a really long time after that one.
Guys, that's a bass right there. That's a whole 6 pounds. There you go.
Wait, hold on.
Now, number 5 was actually just a week before our main trip, and again, Reed was a part of this. It was actually a fishing camp. If you guys want to know about it, I'll leave a link to it if you comment. It's basically us going up to Canada and to catch the most fun fish, in my opinion, pike, and the most tastiest fish, in my opinion, walleye. Was awesome. We fished for, I think, 8 days. I had done it before, but you know, this time was amazing. I caught a lot of fish. The fish weren't as big as they've been previous years, but hopefully they'll be bigger next time. You know, fishing those coves for those pike, the aggressive pike, they come out of nowhere and just slam your bait. And vertical jigging for walleye, they put up that nice scrappy head shaking fight. You know, it was so much fun to do that, and it didn't really get old.
Oh!
Dude, that was right near the boat.
That's what happened to me, dude. I don't understand why.
No, his was literally like, no, you don't.
Now, the reason this made my list is pretty simple. They're freaking sharks. Who doesn't want to catch a shark? And I really did want to catch a real shark. I'd only really caught dogfish before this, so this was really special. I went with this guide. He put me on 8 or 9 sharks, the biggest being a 40-pound blacktip. I caught 4 new species of fish, which were all sharks. That was so much fun. I haven't really fought something that fights that hard for pound, and they weren't even that big of sharks, you know. People catch them 200 pounds, so that was amazing. But then the next day, me and my brother got a decent-sized Nerf shark right off the back of where we were staying, which was so freaking epic.
Wow.
That's the kind of thing I don't forget for a really long time, and I treasure
So sick.
those kind of trips.
He's fucking got it. He's fucking got it, TJ. He's got it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, DJ.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
DJ.
Oh my god!
Alright, it's recording.
Now this is where it starts getting interesting, because these next 3 were so hard to choose between. They were all super special in my mind, and they could even be the best 3 moments I've ever had, ever. But number 3 was all on the same day. This was in North Carolina, and I was catching bowfin, which was unbelievable. I really didn't think it could get much better than that. Just a complete runaround. I hadn't caught one for 2 years. I wanted to catch one for so long. It was a new species, but to see one appear like that out of nowhere on a golf course pond, like, can you like? Isn't that amazing? And then, right when I thought it couldn't get any better, I turned the camera off. I'm like, all right, bro, let's just throw a square bill around, and then hook this giant, between 7.5 and 8 pound bass. It swallowed the hook, but it swam away nicely. Such an amazing fish. I could not believe it. It was just amazing.
But there he freaking goes.
And now the clip I'm sure all of you have been waiting to see. It makes me crack up to say this. Let's just let it play out for you guys. Even 7 months, maybe even 8 months after that fish, I still cannot believe how it happened. It was a foot of water, maybe 2 foot of water. The creek was 10 foot across, and somehow that rainbow trout got stuck in that tiny little pool and ate my tiny little earthworm on top water. On 6 pound test, even if I lost that thing, I probably still could have caught it because there's nowhere for it to go. That's something I guarantee you I will never forget, a fish like that. And another funny thing is that exact same day I got another video out from that, catching some pickerel and bass on top water with a lake. I think the lake was like down the road from it or something. It was such an amazing day. Unbelievable. I had so many good fishing trips in 2016, but I just wanted to add 3 honorable mentions that I thought, could have made it, but I think the other 10 beat it just by a little bit. Now, the first one was actually my 2 first fish of 2016, which was unbelievable. Fishing some random pond with like 10-foot open ice. Like, that's all the fishing room I had, and caught 2 really nice, a 16 and a 15-inch rainbow trout, stocked rainbow trout, with a little tiny jig. It was crazy.
No, big trout. This one's a male. This is a male trout. Yes.
This was in February. Now, number 2 was my 28-inch channel catfish that I caught on a piece of sunfish with my friend Nick. Nick also caught one slightly smaller. We caught a bunch of big channel cats at that spot. That was in the summer.
Not. Oh my god! Dude, are you kidding me? That's a pig!
And then number 3 was me and my friend Reed in this creek catching my first fall fish and his first fall fish, as well as my first wild brown trout and his first brown trout at all. That was such an amazing experience. Also, the fact that the pond next to this creek had some gigantic largemouth bass in it. I mean, the average was 2 to 3 pounds. We will definitely be back there one day. Now, you guys may be questioning my pick for number 1, but that is probably because you haven't seen the video for it, and you probably didn't really appreciate it at the time, but I caught 2 massive pickerel and 2 massive largemouth bass, including 1 giant smallmouth as well, in 24 hours. One of the bass was 5.5 pounds, the second one was 6.5 pounds. Then I also caught a pickerel that was 25 inches and another one that was 29 inches. And this was all under 24 hours. And that is why this is my number one pick, catching my personal best pickerel, which is my second favorite fish, twice in like 2 hours. And then these two giant bass, including one that ate it under a dock after just dropping my spinnerbait down there randomly. Thank you guys so much for watching me this past year. It's been a ton of fun to go out on the water, catch fish, and then edit the video, and then watch other people's videos. It's just been a great last year. And hopefully 2017 will be even better. But I really want to know what you guys think I missed out in this video, what you think should be switched around, or a clip that you liked from my channel that I forgot. So no matter how cold it is, I'm going to keep the videos coming. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.